بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا، وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم يا رب العالمين زقنا بحلالك عن حرامك، واغننا بفضلك عمن سواك. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا الأحياء منهم والأموات وجميع المسلمين يا أرحم الراحمين. والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. The struggle between truth and falsehood, it started from the first time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. And the struggle between truth and falsehood, it will last until the day of judgment. Satan, shaitan, wal-'iyadhu billah, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep him alive until the day of judgment. And he promised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he will use all the means he have to divert us from the right path. And he told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he wants to show Allah that we are not worthy of being created. And he said he will come to us from above, from below, from our right, from our left, to take us away from worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in his way to accomplish his mission, Shaitan wal-'iyadhu billah, he recruited an army of jinn, an army of human beings. Those armies, they wanted to assist him to accomplish his mission of making us away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he started this mission, he started Islam, the leaders of Quraysh, they saw a type of people are different than the rest. Quraysh at that time, they were worshipping 360 idol gods all around the Kaaba. So to them, worshipping one extra god mean nothing. If somebody worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what's different? They have 360 gods, there will be 361 gods. But what did they see? They see a Muslim like no others. A Muslim is a transformed man. And that man will be threatened to their pride, to their position, to their financial situation. So those Quraysh leaders, they were smart in falsehood. So what they said, let's resort to a tactic so we can prevent this prophet, this man named Muhammad, of spreading this religion. So what they did, we all know the story, my brothers. We hear this story many, many times. But the problem right now, my brothers, because we hear it so many, many times, and we know the story many, many times, we cannot see what that story means between the lines. We cannot see what that small interaction between Quraysh leaders and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what it did to humanity. We cannot see. We have to look and read between the lines, my brothers. And what that conversation means, let's see. So what did Quraysh do? We all know, my brothers. Remember, we all know the story. They went to his uncle and they told his uncle to go and offer our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam what? If you want to be the leaders, we will put you as our king. So what did they offer him first? Position. Temptation of this life. What is this life temptation, my brothers? Position. What's the second offer? If you want to be the richest man among us, we will gather from all of us and we will give him money. What is the second temptations of life, my brothers? Money. Who can reject money? Who? And what is the third temptation to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Women. If you want the most beautiful lady in Quraysh, just tell us. Not just 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want. Tell us, we will give you. That's life, my brothers. We live in a life, that are the desires of this life. Who doesn't want of us to be a leaders or a managers or a boss? We all. Who among us doesn't want to be rich money? We all. Who among us does not want a beautiful woman or women? We all. But the answer of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, my brothers, change history. Do not take it lightly. The answer of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is an earthquake to falsehood. It's an earth shattering to falsehood. And that's what we are here sitting in this beautiful mosque because of the answer of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's not minor, my brothers. It is not minor. When the Prophet, he said to his uncle, "Oh uncle, by God, if they put the sun in my right hand and the moon in my left hand to leave this mission, I will not." You see, my brothers? Temptation. He wants to tell us what is this life all about. This life is about temptation, position, money, woman. When our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, if all these desires of this earth and all this temptation of this earth come from a different haram way, I don't want it. I don't want it. Does not belong to me. I don't care about it. That's the meaning, my brothers. It's define who is the Muslim is. Not just, oh, I go to mosque, pray, Allahu Akbar, that's it. That's not a Muslim, my brothers. A Muslim is a way of life. It's a different kind of a breed. That's why right now we see, my brothers, the whole world are fighting a small area named Gaza. Why? Because these people are that type of a breed. To them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is their destination. They offer these leaders billions of dollars to stop what they are doing. But they said, no, our Allah is our way. That's why, my brothers, this kind of a breed is a dangerous breed to everyone, to all falsehood. Not just to a small group of people, to all falsehood. Because what can you do to this breed? Money, I cannot tempt them. Woman, I cannot tempt them. Position, I cannot tempt them. So what? What? And the second answer of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, my brothers, it's really also an earth-shattering answer. See, sometimes, my brothers, we read these small stories fast. We cannot see what's inside. It's building generation. It's building a Muslim identity. The second answers of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I will not leave this mission of Islam until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it victorious, or I will die in that path. See, the second answer, my brothers. The result in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hands, my brothers. When I start something, I don't have to see the result in my life. If I see it, that's double plus. If I don't see it, I did my mission. I did what I was supposed to do. Did our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam see his result in his lifetime? Did he see it? He didn't see it. When he died sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muslim was only in Mecca, small area. Small area. But what he did, he trained the Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim with this simple statement. A Muslim does not fazed by money, does not fazed by position, does not fazed by women. His mission, his target is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we saw, my brothers in a short time, when you have this kind of personality, when you have this kind of build, what happened? This small Bedouin living in the desert, 2/3 of this earth was under their feet. That's the breed people are scared of. That's the breed with everyone is watching. They wanted all the falsehood to destroy. I saw a small clip with a Lebanese woman talking to her child. The child is about 4 years old. Wallahi, my brother, this child, which is 4 years old, she understood this hadith better than most of us. Most of us. She told her small young child, 4 years old daughter, beautiful daughter, why the Zionists are bombing us? Why the Zionists are attacking us? And the child, she said, oh mommy, because we are standing with our brothers and sisters in Palestine, in Palestine. Then the other mother, she said, but you know, those Zionists, they have airplanes, they have weapons, they have technology, they have so much. Aren't you afraid? Then the daughter, what she answered, Allah is bigger than their airplanes. Allah is bigger than their technology. 4 years old, my brother. 4 years old. Allah, if He wants him within a second, they can all be gone. Allah is much better. Then the mother, she told the child, aren't you scared? They might bomb our house and we might die. And she looked at her mother and she said, oh mom, so what? We will go to Jannah. We will go to what? To Jannah. Who cares? What are we going to do here? We're going to live 70, 80, 90 years? So what? Short time. But what is the life? Subhanallah, 4 years old, my brothers. She really understood this hadith and these temptations of Quraysh. Who cares? I have a mission. If I cannot accomplish it, so what? If I die in this mission, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward Jannah. Arduha is bigger than this whole earth, this universe. Who cares about this short life? See, that's what the Muslim, my brothers, breeds. And we are right now in election time, my brothers. This election times, the Quraysh leaders, And that story, temptation to our prophet, it's not like a story happened in the past. The Quraysh leaders, they transformed to a different names, a different position, a different thing. I was searching what is the most influence in our election. And I find a lobbyist by the name of APAC, my brothers. Just open their website. Open the website, apac.com. Open it. They have their mission in a big bold. And they are saying we are the largest contributors to American politics. They're saying it up, openly. We elected 98% of anyone we support. We will infuse millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to support anyone who follow our policy openly. The same exact like Quraysh offered to the Prophet. What do you want? They come to this man. What do you want? Position? No problem. You want money? No problem. Most people, they don't care about Allah or dignity. That's why most our congressmen, our Senate, they're supporting the genocide in Lebanon and Gaza, my brothers. Because why? What do they care about? They care about positions and money. You see, they define the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And who are they against? Who are they fighting? The one for justice. Islam, my brothers, it's justice. And if we see, my brothers, Jamal Bowman, a Congress, he represents a small district in New York, 760,000 people only. Do you know how much they spend to take him off his seat because he was supporting the right of Palestinians to exist? $15 million. They spent $15 million just to remove a small representative of a small area. You see how the falsehood so strong to each other, brothers? Cori Bush, the same thing. She's Missouri, small district. She's represent a small district. They spend $8 million just to take care of her seats. So, my brother, I'm telling you, the struggle between the truth and falsehood will continue. Let's be, inshallah, on the true side. Let's be, inshallah, as a Muslims. Even Quraysh, the leaders of Quraysh, they will come to us in our business. I'm telling you, their names is changing. They will come to us in a haram product. They will tempt us, sell haram product. If we accepted their offer, my brothers. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. So when their first tactic did not work with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam of tempting him with money, positions, and women, they resorted to a different strategy. And they came to him, he said, you know what? Okay. Now we were going to accept you. Can we make a deal? One day we worship your God, and one day you worship our gods. In our life, my brothers, in our day, that statement means let's simulate with the society, with the cultures. Yesterday, for example, was Halloween. No problem. Let's simulate. Let's become more American. Let's take our kids to trick and treat. Let's celebrate when our daughter, when our son lose a teeth. We promise them, oh, the tooth fairy will come. This is our culture, isn't it, here in the US? Tooth fairy, if your child loses a teeth, oh, put your teeth under the pillow, and then in the morning the tooth fairy will come. Isn't it? Isn't it Santa Claus? If you're good, Santa Claus will give you gifts. See, that's what exactly they said. You worship, simulate, do whatever we do in one day, and we will do. So compromise in your belief. Like us, for example, my brother, sometimes they ask us to compromise, to be more American. You know, oh, I don't want to embarrass my daughter going to school without putting her makeup and Halloween stuff. I don't want to do that. That's embarrassment to my child. How can she tell her friends? That's simulation. Worship our God in one day, and second day we worship your God, my brothers. They don't know, my brothers, if we taught our kids this situation, their Islam is X. When they believe the tooth fairy will give them money, where is Allah in that equation? Where? Where is Allah? Who is the givers? Who is the takers? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's not just games. Oh, this is child stuff, brothers. No. That's you are building your identity. If I am as a child, why right now, my brothers, atheist is the largest group growing? Because these kids, they grow up in fairy tales and Santa Claus. When they become older, they find out this is a myth and that's a myth. So what? There's no God in the middle. There is no God in the middle, so they become atheists. So that's why, my brothers, we teach ourselves and we teach our family, especially our younger kids. There is no compromise when it comes to religion. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when they came to this offer to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he revealed Surah Al-Kafirun. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. Oh, you non-believers, I do not worship what you worship. I do not follow all your social events, Christmas, Eastern Bunny, fairy tales, and this and that. That's not a simple matter, my brothers. That's a build personality, building structure, building a Muslims. In Islam, Allah is the giver, not the fairy tales or Santa Claus or the Eastern Bunny. It's not. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said a Muslim is a Muslim at anywhere. So you have your own belief, I have my own belief. See, Islam is so peaceful. It's not forcing anyone. This is my belief. Respect my belief. I will respect your belief. That's why our brothers, Christians and Jewish, they live the best their life under Muslim control. Because Islam is so tolerant. But look at right now, for example, Europe. No, hijab is not allowed. If you're hijab, you cannot go to school. What kind of a freedom is this? What kind of a freedom is this? So my brothers, inshallah, in this small conversation between the leaders of Quraysh and our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we can understand the Muslim identity. We can implement it because this conversation comes to us every single minute until the day of judgment. Let's reject any falsehood. Let's reject any haram. Let's be proud of our Muslim identity. Let's go and look what's happening right now today. We're so late because of what? For a game. For a game. They are dressed. That's their mentality. That's their life. That's what they want us to be. Of course, you enjoy a game, but not to be extremist. So سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين أرنا الحق حقا وارشدنا اتباعه يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم أعنا على شكرك وذكرك وحسن عبادتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم انصر إخواننا في جميع بقاع الأرض، في غزة وفي فلسطين وفي لبنان يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم هون عليهم يا أرحم الراحمين وانصرهم على أعدائهم ومن والى أعدائهم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.